Hey everyone, and welcome back to more Ace Attorney. So we're about to start a new chapter, or episode 4. So I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right in. I'm excited to see what new case we have, I guess. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump right in. The girl! Let her go! Oh, what's happening? It's like an old movie. Shut up. Come closer, and I'll kill her. Oh? Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Ooh, that's kind of fancy. Reading through the file of an old court case. First case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. Whoa, this is cool! Name Terry Falls. Charge kidnapping, murder. Death penalty. Fugitive movements. After escaping Falls, met with, then murdered, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, captured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Oh, are we gonna look at the case? 6 years earlier. Oh. That music was good. Okay. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. Never should have accepted this case. Ew! Good morning? Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't know nothing, I swear. I didn't kill anybody. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Eek! I'm sorry! I didn't do nothing, I didn't kill anybody. I never lie, I didn't escape from nowhere. But, Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Oh, sorry, I told a little lie. Oh boy. Anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed anybody. Sorry for asking. You're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear, I did kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, I escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I did kill her! She was alive when I left. She was alive, it's true! I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. You're not going to figure out the truth just by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? He looks like a dot. With, like, black hair. Came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? Huh. That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me. Diego Armando. Oh, Diego! Wasn't he... I don't know who he was. I didn't say... Maybe... He sounded familiar. Was he in the last game? I don't remember. It's been so long. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No, 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 you got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Ha, relax. I just heard some good news. Prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. A genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's why my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth.
Oh. What evidence am I working with?
Court is now in oh my god, he looks... Oh wait, no wait, this is the other judge. I thought this was the old man for a second. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. Defense is ready, Your Honor. It's Edgeworth! Oh my god! Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm EFA. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. You're the new prosecutors everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess they're a little kid. Oh my god, this is so weird. I guess they're a little kid. I feel like I'm playing a different game. That's how I feel right now. I guess they're a little kid and hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
How old are we at this point? Oh god. What happened? I dropped my mouse. Okay, we're still recording. It's okay.
Young people running a trial. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. The defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine Mr. Flaws was responsible for her death. You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. Defendant Terry Flaws was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Oh my god. Truly a horrible crime, I remember it well. No decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct, but in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Witness's testimony. Oh, the policewoman. Testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Flaws at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Flaws throw his young victim into the river. Oh, I thought it was him who fell. When I saw that, I guess not. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Smith Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Huh, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply do not know how to respect their elders. What? Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Oh my god, Gumshoe! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe, homicide detective in charge of this case, sir. Finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago. I don't know if anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart, it's aching for you. What the heck? Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I write you on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Ooh. Oh, it happened in the same place? This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, No Suspicion Bridge. The river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met here. But there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Fortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you'd like to listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you, wagging your finger at me as though I were some loser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. No, this has to be Godot. He's holding a cup of coffee. Can't be anyone else. Because he's holding a cup of coffee. Okay. The day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked me. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Flaws. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Colonel stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Flaws was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. It is coffee! I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Huh. You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Okay. When the sergeant asked to meet. Let's just start pressing, I guess. Because we didn't do any sort of investigation, so I have no idea what we're doing. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her. Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Flaws. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. Oh. I guess we have to try to get evidence. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Flaws. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Huh. Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face on me. Just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Okay. A bridge up the mountains. But why meet there? Because it's a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? You remember 5 years ago the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. Very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Huh, returning to the scene of crime. How nostalgic. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. Found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move, we got you surrounded." Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned a phone call to someone else, right? Huh. That's what happened. Then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'll still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Mr. Falls had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about anything he feels? Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Ooh, nice. I mean, not nice, but nice. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from the photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. Condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway. Oh. Hold on. Can I look at it? I can't see the whole thing. Did they break that open? The trunk? Where it's cracked? Maybe? That's the only thing I can see. Hmm. But I don't see any strange, do you? Anyway. Okay. Miss Falls was arrested at a checkpoint. Be set up at the base of the mountain. Okay, let me press this and see what information I can get from this. Certainly some impressive police work. Well, no, actually it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. Figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. Huh? What do you mean it's too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. Takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap. Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, better get some more information. If we're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. Can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I hope I can find some of those. Okay, let's ask about the photo then. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At very least, we know he stole the car. It's just what he says, what he always says, Your Honor. Then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Strange, do you? Do I present... Oh, can I look at this? February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Talk to Dahlia. Who's Dahlia? Interesting. 5 yards. 5 yards or what? Stabbed with a knife in the back. Died from blood loss between 4 to 5 p.m. Okay, can I ask about the picture? How do I ask about the picture? Why does he say that and then I can't point anything about it? Here's the photo of the trunk, but I don't see any strange, do you? Anyway. Huh. The fact that there was no blood. How do I... Okay. What? How do I look at this? I mean, you would think there would probably be blood in the car, but...
She was wearing... They said she was wearing a thick coat.
Wear a white scarf. The scarf! She's not wearing the scarf. Is that what it is? At first, I thought it was like... I thought she was telling him to wear the scarf. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Oh my goodness. I thought she was...
I thought it was him who was wearing the white... He was supposed to wear the white scarf. I don't know why.
Witness. What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time I ever actually had to address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Stay there, little kitten. I want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? Very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. Caller must have forgotten what the victim looks like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you were searching so desperately for is this one, perchance? Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first, and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Safest place I know. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Okay. Now, if the attorney for defense is finished embarrassing himself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around my smarmy little neck. What a word. Very good. Now, if we're done with the mud-covered scarf business, prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Genius, huh? Actually, there's an eyewitness who... Okay, actually, there was an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place? What? This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It's drizzling that day, unfortunately a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Photo witness. Why isn't this person in the courtroom? Oh, potential witness. I don't know why I said photo. Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. Person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that either. It's a little weird. So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not that again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean,
Oh.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the oh right. Okay, let's just press. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student. That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements, that is all. What's that supposed to mean? Prosecution has other more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us more about the Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in the question. Accidentally taken? Victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. Many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live up there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling that day, unfortunately. Okay, yeah. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There's a little rain coming down. The whole place is dreary. Not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It really was something. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. Pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right in her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does that mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. What? Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh? Court record? So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But for what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, man. The hero's wet rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which explained why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Talk about a surprise. No idea there was a photo. So what do I do? Really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction wanting to be discovered. That's your chance. Court record. He mentioned the court record. I wonder if this is where I present the photo. If there was a struggle, wouldn't she have been covered in mud as well? Is there mud on the bridge? Hold on, let me press this again. Let me see what he says. Oh wait, Damn it! What he said there? Okay. Hold on. Push the victim hard in the back. She fell down right in her stomach. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh wait, this is, sorry. Okay, here. Alright. So at the time of the crime, there was a little drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about the photo of the trunk that doesn't fit the testimony? I can't read it. Naturally, the answer is right around here, I think. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it seems to me that Miss Faye could use the trunk herself. What? One that she could hide all her bitter memories from this trial in, that is. Ho ho ho, you truly are a genius. Genius of sarcasm and wordplay. Oops. Oh! Did I not click it right? I clicked her stomach. Maybe I didn't... Should I click more higher up? Maybe like here? Oh, no? Oh, okay. The victim's coat. I was like off by a few inches. Oh my god. So what we're going to see there's nothing strange about it. Exactly what's strange. Call it testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. The victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge. Then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That is exactly right. The other day I fell in a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on the muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal lead, would be wet, but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy on that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? Ha, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. Well, it would be this. Right? The evidence is the scarf. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, that means the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what that explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Ha. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence is one of those three. It's probably the testimony. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. Oh my goodness. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes! False evidence in this case is the testimony. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that is suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. There was a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requested cross-examine the eyewitness. Testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Unbelievable. Wait, what? Wait, what's gonna happen? That's why she has beef with Mia. That's why she has beef with Mia, because they were in this case. She was in this case. Oh my gosh. Everyone's so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh, when I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. No, she's not. Oh my god. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? I wonder... I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Oh, okay. I was wondering why... Like, why would she even hide the fact for this case? Unless she did it. But then we reproved her for the later murder. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might have caused. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. What? College student. A freshman in literature department. She's using a different name. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? Was it her last name Hawthorne? Dahlia Hawthorne? I don't remember. Does that mean... Hold on. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, I keep stopping. I just can't believe she showed up. I wonder if that was like her older sister. I don't know. Unless that was a fake name. Unless there's a real name. I don't know. And you're the one who took this photo, is that accurate? Ah! How can you be so mean? Now see here. What are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But it was just a photograph. It's not like something dangerous. Next time we'll be forced to penalize you. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are. Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. Standing at the beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to do. Ho ho, what a cute camera. Just like its owner. Alright then, Miss Fey. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the warmth of my gavel. Uh-oh. I just want to look at the camera. Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this small but powerful motto. Huh. Okay. Let's press this. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl, I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom. No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. They just started fighting. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. But you were watching them. You didn't hear anything? Got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Oh my god. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Sounds like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. Still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I do is used by Kara. Sorry. I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Maybe we could find out what time? You called the police? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? Terry Falls isn't the criminal. There must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger. Going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something good, really good, Mia. I mean, here they're just standing and talking. If they were fighting, then why? What is it? Wouldn't there be a picture of them fighting? They're just standing there. Okay, I'm gonna just save at this point, because yeah, that's weird. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Duh. Duh? My apologies, young lady. Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can clearly downplay the situation, can't he? I'm sorry, I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? This photo was the last one. What? What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs that she took that day. All the other photos of the witness herself playing among the flowers. Witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, the camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. The photo of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then. Let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. It looks like the other kitten in this room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. She started fighting, then turned around and tried to run away. 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Okay, this is new. The victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Quaggy? Why you? If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. 10 yards. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge, and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her. That seems to make sense. I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Huh. Doesn't now. You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. Terry Falls isn't the criminal. Okay. Try to run away. She was only about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Okay. Let's take a look. "10 yards. If she was to run the opposite direction the bridge was broken. Right? Was it here? She turned around and tried to run away? Hold on, Quaggy, why you? Still something wrong with this testimony. I don't know if it's here that I want to present, or if it's the other thing. Oh, that's not right. Yeah. The photo. This. Okay. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were two contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't even ran 5. Because Dusty Bridge is collapsed on that side. What does this all mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court? Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. What? It's ridiculous. Can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. Apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Huh, that guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward. But then even if the bridge wasn't broken, and she did ran. If it did after she... What? Then she would have been able to get back if it broke after she ran. I don't understand. What? That's a weird thing. Unless it literally broke once they arrived there, which is weirdly convenient. What? The coward. Well, Miss Faye, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. No need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. Accept this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They really make great matcha latte. Mocha latte. Sorry. Matcha would be good though. This trial isn't over yet. Huh, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, you may cross-examine your cross-examination if you please. Contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on and attack. Picked her up in her arms. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall? Of course she didn't fall on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. Well, young lady. Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. Huh, we're one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that? Over to the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not. That's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean scarf? This scarf. Her wounds match what we found at the scene. I don't see it. Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was already ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. The kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. Okay. Press. Okay, why did you say that? There's already a broken down bridge, hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but the mountain is famous among hikers. Surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? It was raining that day, correct? It's absolutely there's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks? They just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she's witnessed with her own eyes. Huh. I really feel like I have to sneeze. Dahlia! I just read the note! Dahlia! It says Dahlia right there. So it is her sister. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I really feel like I have to sneeze, dude. It's driving me crazy. I walked outside for 5 minutes and then that was it. Because that was the only way he could make sure the body's safe. What'd she say here? Ugh. Wow, this testimony's bothering me, but what? Hey kitten, have you ever put salt in your coffee? No, why would I? Why not? Huh? May actually go better with coffee and than sugar, right? Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. Go present something, you have nothing to lose. Wait, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after after all. Carried it over to the car. Wasn't... The trunk looks like it was broken into, right? Anything else? Huh. I'm not sure what I present here. Oh. Would it have to be with this... the ball chain that he carries? The chain? I wonder if do I present that or do I present his thing? It doesn't mention it. Personally witnessed that. Anything strange happened when he did that. Look at the scarf fell off. victim didn't fall down. Right, I was asking the witness. And then Edgeworth got heated here. Carried the body all by himself. Yeah. Another possibility. Okay. Oh. Hold on. I don't know if I present... the photo, maybe? Yeah. Let's try the photo, if not... Okay, that wasn't it. Oh, shoot. I don't know if it's gonna take 2 health on me. Oh. Ah! Let me save real fast. Oh no. For real? Crap. Reload. Dang, I thought maybe I had to do something with the big old ball chain that he's holding. Right. You're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So easy to get a clear look at his face. Far away, and it was raining as well. Thought I was the only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent. Remarkably honest young woman. Huh. What? Okay, hold on. What? What am I doing here? I just guessed. I started guessing. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Oh, throwing the body down the river. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Either Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. So not worry. Are never recovered. Ah. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order, order, order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Ooh. Ooh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. Certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. What happened? Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. So that's when you called the police. You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. Wait, what? He got in the car. That's not right. I didn't think that was right. How... If that was the case, then why would the car still be there? Or, I guess I present the map again? Okay, there we go. I was like, how do I show that the car is still there? Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Done with what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your own eyes. Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car. Oh, okay, I see. I didn't have the right idea, but I still went in the right direction. So I guess it worked out. Saw cropping up the rock is directly in the way. Ah, that's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Ah! I admit the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. The outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. You still claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. You're really finessing that one, Edgeworth. You really are. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh! Mr. Judge. What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair. Huh. Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando. Don't look back until the trial's over. Now's the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. Hit the body there. Okay, so tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Oh, well, witness. Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that his trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? Judge is on her side. Can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? I'll buy it. Something about it still doesn't feel right, but... Oh, wait! No! No! Damn it. That's not... I thought I was saying, I was like, okay, let me go against it. I didn't realize that I was answering. Okay, hold on. Let me just get back over there. I did mean I was just accepting the testimony. Whoopsies. Yeah, copy. Right. Okay. It doesn't work. Okay, here. Okay, never mind. I understand. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? There we go. You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. Even so, you knew about the scratches. Question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally, I've got her. Huh, I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... the corpse in herself? She's the owner of the car. Are we saying that she put it in herself? I don't know. I mean, let's say she put it in... No, because it didn't belong to her because it was from a couple. Okay. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to witness those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally. When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. Person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. And Mr. Falls had been the one to put the corpse in the trunk. He would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous to even suggest the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is, the shredder for this may have not been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Oh. It's a timer. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? There's a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if you brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed. Well, she really did use the camera's auto timer, and the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, it's a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? In the car? By the car? Oh crap. Well, she had to be by the car, right? I don't know where exactly it wants me to place this. Naturally, the witness was right here, I think. And the spot where the defendant's car was. Yes, she had put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned. You don't mind if I ask one teeny-weeny question, do you, Miss Faye? Oh, he's got that condescending tone in his face. Voice. She put the body in the trunk at that time, as you suggest. That must mean that Valerie Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct? Indeed. Please take a look at the top of the dusky bridge. It certainly looks to me like the victim is still alive. Am I mistaken? If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who is this? Mountain is famous for spirits, so maybe you think it was the ghost of the victim? Well, it could have been a spirit, right? Miss Faye, don't waste the court's time with this kind of foolishness. Ah! That was a fail? Really? Oh my god, I thought something more was gonna happen. Damn it. Are we saying that she... No, it doesn't make any sense. Are we saying that she was her? I don't know. That's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Oh my goodness. What on earth? I don't know. Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. Right, because she had to have killed her before he came. So that's the only place that can make sense. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine? How asinine? How asinine? Of course, Miss Falls met the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman who testified, whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. Why are you making this up as you go along? Where's your proof? Got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Right, wear the white scarf for identification. This, right? Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Naturally, this money scarf. Or namely. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! Oh? She collapsed? Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk to disguise herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. Oh, recess.
That was a long first part of the court. That was 2 hours, buddy. That was long.
Yes. Okay. Save there. Next time we'll continue this trial, I guess.
I have like no evidence. There's like 5 pieces of evidence. I'm struggling.
But yeah, interesting. I was not expecting Dahlia to be back. That I was like, what? That's crazy. But this is cool. This is interesting. But then how does she get out of this? Is what I wonder. She's very suspicious. She clearly did it, or she clearly took part of it. But yeah. So that will be it for now. So next time we'll find out, I guess. More information. Excited. But have a good day or night, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.